Hi, it's currently 3 a.m., meaning that it's tomorrow. So, this is today's video, and right now I just finished a 4-hour editing session, completely forgetting about yesterday's vlog. So, guess what I have to do right now is edit yesterday's vlog. Vlogs don't take that much editing, plus it was pretty short. So, here it is. Here's the video that's rendering right now. Let's just grab everything and put it in the timeline. Minimize that. Then here. Wait, nope. Just go to bed. I want to see how complicated this gets. All that. Everything. Oh my. So here we got the Mercedes that I should be reviewing pretty soon. Basically the rim wasn't good, it's bent and stuff, so we took it to the place to weld it and do stuff. So here you can see the bent part towards the top. Here's a closer look to it, and here's him drilling out the wheel. And out goes the wheel. That looks cool. Hey. So here's the wheel with all the other wheels. You should take it to remove it from the tire, to separate the tire from the rim soon. But they're currently working on the tire. Okay, so here he is just getting it like ready and taking the air out so it's easier to separate. I apologize, you guys can't really see that, but he's just taking the air out so it's easier to separate. And close. So he put this machine thing, and now it's gonna move and takes the rim out. Kind of like pops out, but any damage to the tire makes absolutely no use for the tire. We're gonna have to get rid of the entire tire. So this is pretty stressful job. Here he is using his crowbar, I think that's what it's called, to separate it. Oh, it's almost out. There we go. Now he has to widen it and use the other part of the same machine to pop it out. So, as you guys can see, he's putting soap water on there so to make sure that there's no damage. Because if there is any damage, then the tire can't be used, as I mentioned earlier. How does soap water affect? Well, soap water is used to see if there are any holes or openings, and if there are bubbles, then that shows an opening in the tire. Just got out. Here we have a crack. Okay, so this guy is using this other machine right now to see where the places are, the places where it's damaged, and then he's gonna shape it by giving it to first he's gonna mark it for the welder to change the shape, and then he's gonna shape it into the circular shape, which does get the tire, which makes the tire thinner, but and weaker. But it would last for 3 to 6 months until we can get new rims. Here's a closer look to the right, then to both sides. And that's about it. Here he's using heat to mark up the area, make it thinner, just heat into the area. By that, he's making the aluminum a bit more, the metal a bit more easy to shape with the hammer that he's about to hit it with. It's much louder than you guys can hear. Yeah, now he's using this. I don't exactly know what it's called, but it's doing something. Yeah, he's heating it again. And I think that's a pretty big dent, so he's going to use a hammer to... No. So this guy isn't the one that puts it back into place. He's just the one that takes the markings of the other guy, heats it up so it's easier for the third guy to weld and give it the circular shape. That's very complicated. Yeah, he's done with it. Okay, so I went to the back to show you guys how the guy's gonna weld it, but I don't think it's that clear what he's exactly doing. So just setting up the rim to the machine, and that machine's gonna rotate, and it's using another piece of the same machine. It's gonna touch the rim to smoothen everything out. You guys will see that in a second. Right now he's just seeing if it's pretty smooth or it still needs to be smoothened out. Because you never know, maybe the hammer did a better job than the welder. Like it welded, yeah. Okay, those things that are flying, you'll get a closer look of those in a bit. He's also using the hammer. Okay, so that sound means that it's not smooth. Okay, so here's a closer look. That tool that the canister is on, it's going into the rim to give it the shape. That machine that you see right there, that is what goes into the rim to give it the shape. You see, this is making the metal thinner, making it weaker, but it still lasts. It's better than having a dent or a crack in your rim. Much better. Okay, so this is a cream. It just, the way I understood it, this cream is to maintain and not show the bumps. Yeah. So now we're back to some other guy. He's using, I forgot what this is called, to just sharpen it a bit, make it a bit better and smooth. Okay, so right now this guy's gonna put the tire back, the same machine that we started out with, which is pretty cool. Now this entire process takes about an hour or something, and wow, it's time consuming. It's 30 minutes to an hour actually. So now he's putting back the air pressure thing that you pump into the tire, because it goes through the rim. Okay, so he's got the tire, he put it in, and putting it back in is the dangerous part. Again, with the soap water, as I mentioned earlier. Putting it back in is the tricky part because it can really damage the tire, and that's why he's putting soap water, because if there are any holes or anything, then the soap water would show bubbles, and you know, it would show that there's a hole there and the tire would be useless. And I think and they take out all the air pressure beforehand, so it's easier to do this process. Imagine doing this when there still is a lot of air in your tire. That's not right. Okay, and that's done. He put in the air, and the tire is fine. And he's looking at the air pressure on that like thing, meter thingy to the side. Okay, and now just putting it back in. Isn't that hard? It's just the same process of taking it out. But here's something for you viewers that might enjoy this. ensalada. That I don't know what I'm saying. I got a salad. I turned on my computer to see this. Do you know what this means? This means that all of this is for nothing. Meaning I have to render it again. It's been rendering for 3 hours and it needed 3 more hours. Look, god damn. I've also got a test on musical rhythms right now, so I gotta review.